going on, everybody? Elijah Fatal Book here, man. The time is currently 11 o'clock at night. The date is the 16th of March, the 16th day of the third month of the 23rd year, well, 2023rd year. And we have our artist journey updates. So, if you guys don't know me, once again, like I said, my name is Elijah Fatal. I'm an independent music artist, and I go by the name Fatal Book. I do hip hop and R&B music, which means I record and I write hip hop and R&B music. Look at my hands out the way. Yeah, and these artist journey updates are to give a little bit of insight about me, who I am, what I'm doing music for, and what I hope to accomplish from this journey before this book ends. And I touch on a few different topics in these videos. I've touched on my open mic experiences. I've touched on relationship experiences. And tonight we are talking about a topic that I think is very much overlooked, and also something that I just thought about today was self-confidence. So growing up, let me put my microphone back over here. Growing up, I've never had the amount of confidence that I have in myself now, and I've only been doing music for 10 months now. And that's even with having a girlfriend, that's even with having my own apartment. I always felt like this sense of, especially when I used to smoke a lot, when I was smoking, I would be like, carefree. But I wouldn't say I was confident in myself and my abilities to do anything really. And with that being said, I've definitely had to understand the idea of self-confidence, because at first, when I first started doing music, I was like, if you look back at my old videos, I talk about my very first video. Is it my very first video? My very first video. If it's not my very first video, it's about I forget exactly which video it is, but it's one of my videos in the description. I'll put a link to the description for my playlist of artist journey updates. I want to say it's my first video, but anyway, I started doing music because officially in May 2022, I hit a low point in my life, the lowest point, so one of the lowest points I ever had in my life. And, I was just like dead set on doing music. I was like, you know what? Like, everybody around me was doing music. I had a friend close to me who was listening to somebody else's music quite frequently. And a part of me was, I would say, jealous about it. I knew a friend in high school who was on Hot 93.7. That was just, those two things were happening at the same time, and I was just like filled with this not rage, but I guess you could call it rage. Was like, yo, I've been saying I'm gonna do music for the longest my entire life, and then never actually done it. So I just got hit with that reality to my face that like I wasn't doing nothing as far as like what I really wanted to do, which was music. And so now that I'm 24 and I'm going on 10 months into my music journey, I've realized I've never had a lot of like confidence in myself. I grew up called a few different names like fat, black, and ugly, which is in the past now. I can't do nothing about that. I can't stay in the past right now. But even that is a point of me having to be more confident in myself now, because I've realized I can't stay in the point of my life where I was hurt. I just can't stay there. So now also too, like I have my own apartment. And I'm single and I live by myself. So this has forced me into a way of not only seeing myself and everything that's deemed wrong with me and my issues with myself, but I've had to come to love and understand myself in other ways that I didn't think I would be able to, because I'm the only person that is in this body. I'm the only person that's in this apartment. So with those two things in mind, like I come home and I go to work by myself. I look in that mirror, I shower, I eat by myself. I write these songs, I make these videos by myself. So I have to be okay with myself at all times. And knowing that I have to be okay with myself at all times, this is why I just hit this point recently mentally. Since I have to be okay with myself at all times, I should be loving myself and confident in myself at all times, because I'm not going to be anybody else but me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be able to transform into like this big buff dude who has like, the greatest skin and the greatest eyelashes or, the biggest studio. I'm me where I'm at right now, and I have to be okay with that. And I have to love myself and be confident in that. Because I know that I am more than what I don't have. I am who I am, and I am great with what I have. And I just hit this point recently. Take it back to when I first started in music. If you look at my old videos, I talk about my open mic experiences, and I literally just got up one day and I got on stage during convention, and I performed No Answer for the first time, and this links back to confidence because I was scared shitless to be performing in front of everybody, especially people that didn't look like me, and the only person I had that was with me, my coworker. I already touched on this in my other video. But he was like, don't go up there because you don't have clean music. And I had to have the confidence in myself to say, I do have clean music. I just never, played my clean music because I like to hear myself cuss and shit. Um, but I played No Answer, the clean version. And that's just to relate back to confidence, is the fact that I got on stage. I got on stage. Like there was something that was burning inside of me that was like, get on stage. Like you're going to miss an opportunity, basically. You're going to miss the like everybody else is going on up and open mic. It takes a lot to go up and start singing and rapping in front of people. In my opinion, I think that's a lot. That's a lot, bro. They have a thing. I don't know what people know about it, but like when you feel like you're getting looked at, I stare at people in their eyes. Like I look in the camera. I look in the camera at all times, but I stare at people in the eye when they talk. And there's a thing called the damn, I forgot. I forgot. It's like the it's something atom. It has to do something with the atoms. But basically, when you're on camera or when you're being watched in any type of way, your atoms, the atoms in your body literally feel it. So that's what causes like not to say anxiety, but like a nervousness about when you're being watched and stuff. I forget what it's called. It's like something the atomized atom or the watchful atom or some shit like that. You can Google it because I'm not a scientist, but there's something that is in our DNA that when we're being watched, thank you, guy who's ever fucking driving down the street at 40 miles per hour on a 20-mile road. Anyway, um, yeah, the atomized atom is your atoms when they get watched. You feel it. You literally feel it. You're getting looked at, and it's scary. It's scary to perform at high levels, but you still have to do it. So that was like my first real like showcase of being confident, not in myself, but in my ability to perform. And no matter what the outcome was, I was still confident in my music that it was great. But at that point in time, performing No Answer, I cannot say that I was at the utmost confident in myself because I was still like, what if these people don't like it? It's a whole different song than what was playing earlier. We had like the popular music, and it's my first song that's officially my first song that I released. So I had to get up there, and I did my damn thing. I think I did my damn thing. We already had the club lit. Like my coworker and I, we already had the club lit. So when I go up there, I said, "Yo, what the fuck? Like this guy's going up there?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is my song. You guys can find me on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, like I always say." Um, but yeah, that was a showcasing of me being confident in my music and my artist self. But I wouldn't say I was confident in myself. Period. As Elijah Fatal. I even thought about it today, but like, I saw a woman today, currently when I'm recording this video, that I haven't seen in a while that, I like to see. We talk. We know nothing like, past friends. But there's a bit of anxiety I get when I see her because she's a very attractive woman. Very attractive woman. And I grew up, like I said, being bullied or, talked down to like my whole 24 years of life, other than my mother and my ex who has, that's a whole nother thing, other than my ex who has her own family and everything now, I've never really like felt good about myself. So, but now I'm coming into this like, I need to feel good no matter what. So I relate this back to this woman. I see her and like a part of me like starts like being scared. But I'm like, there's nothing to be scared about. Like you're as human as I am. You know what I mean? You didn't make me. You didn't birth me. You didn't create me. You didn't make me from the dirt in the ground. So there's no reason for me to be ashamed of myself or fearful of myself to be speaking to you. You know what I mean? Also, like I had the first and only person that's been in my apartment currently. You know, she came in my apartment and then like she was like, oh, your apartment's small. You know, you only have 3 pairs of shoes. Your hands are always ashy. My hands are literally ashy now. Well, they're not ashy now. I just washed them, but I'm a dishwasher at work, so I put on lotion before I leave for work. My hands are ashy. She'll call me. We'll be on FaceTime. My hands are ashy. It's like I'm not putting on lotion to just be happy with you, to appease you. But that also taught me to be confident in yourself at all times, to the point where you look presentable at all times. You should be looking presentable at all times, no matter what, in my opinion. That's what I learned from that. You know, and it's not like I wasn't presentable as a child. Like, I grew up, we had clothes, we had shoes. I looked good, but once again, there's always something that was wrong with me, um, to the perceived eyes of society. So anyway, I've been on this music journey for 10 months now, and I'm literally just now understanding the idea of self-confidence. Shit's crazy. Um, like I have to tell myself, I had to write down affirmations for myself, and I tell myself I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I am willing and worthy of sexual sexual intimacy. I am willing and worthy of emotional and mental intimacy. I've had to tell myself these things, to be confident in those things. So it's like I've never like I've lived my whole life like bigging up other people, but I've never bigged myself up as much as I do now. And I feel good. I feel good because I think that with building confidence, you're breaking out of your comfort zone, and you have to, especially being a music artist and things I'm trying to achieve in my life. I just have to live outside my comfort zone now. Like I literally have to live outside of it. Like eat shit and sleep uncomfortable. Because I guess that's what it takes. That's what it takes at this point. I'll find myself like relaying back to the woman that called me Ashley and shit. Like I just thought about it today. I was like, why did I even let you and what you were saying about me affect me to the point where I was like emotionally upset at you? Not upset at you, but upset at myself that I even allowed you to be into my brain like that. Because this woman was attractive too. Fine as hell. Fine as fucking hell. But just some shit I just couldn't get past that. Because I'm like, I already went through my entire life with that shit. I didn't try and talk to you to be dealing with that shit too. I just don't. But then I got a text message today that had like some like I would call it like attitude, and I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, it's either you keep running from the idea that women, I feel like women or people in general, they're gonna speak to you however you let them speak to you. So I'm looking at the messages, I'm like, you're either gonna let this person speak to you however they want to and not respond, or you're gonna have some fucking balls with yourself and be like, yo, you're not speaking to me like that. Like I didn't ask for this type of energy. Or what I did was, excuse me, I just asked the question. Like you know what I mean? So yeah, I think just having self-confidence, I think this is something that a lot of people have it more than others. This is why people have, especially like billionaires and millionaires, they probably like exude self-confidence. I don't know how they got there, but I want to be at a point where I'm confident in myself to the point where I don't have to be scared to talk about it. That's why I also do these videos too, because I started these videos last year when I was fucking broken down, crying in my car and shit. And now I just do them because I feel like I need to discipline myself to upload a video on YouTube every week. Also still crying in my car and shit. But yeah, man, I'm confident in myself. This is a built-up confidence, though. This is the fact that, once again, I perform at open mic for people that don't look like me, but they like my music, and they like me, they fuck with me. Shout out to my people at my open mics. I have my own apartment. I pay my own bills. I have my own car. I have 4 streams of income right now, and I'm 24 years old. I work a full-time job. I work a part-time job doing DoorDash. I get streaming money, and I get performance money from my open mics. I'm selling merchandise in the soon future. I post. I literally have Twitter and Facebook posts popping up on my phone right now. So I do my own content. I record my own content. I made my own business cards. I made these business cards. Nobody made these business cards. I made these business cards. I went and paid the money for this shit. So it's not like I just breed confidence, like, oh, I'm doing this. It's the fact that I had to build myself up to this. And nobody is going to break me down ever again. I'm never going back to that low point in my life, mentally, physically, or emotionally, where I was feeling bad about myself for what society was making me feel. I'm never going back to that point. So if I have to work every day till the day I die to build up my self-confidence, that's what I'll do. And I'll do it gladly. So yeah, if you're a young man watching this video, or a young woman, because I have a little sister and I have a little brother, I think that you should, if you're struggling with this, look at the things that you've done in your life. The fact that you're even alive is a reason to be confident in itself, because you're alive. You have the opportunity to experience this life that is going on with you right now in this current moment. Nothing and nobody on this earth should make you feel like you're anything less than great. Nothing and nobody. You are breathing, hopefully. You are able to watch this video. You are able to hear my voice. You are able to smell. You're able to eat. Even if you don't have all your senses, you are alive. You are able to experience this life right now that God has given you. You have woken up this morning. And those are the reasons why you should be confident in yourself in the very first place. Everything else is extra. You know, people ask me how you doing. I say I'm alive and blessed, and that's the start. That's the start. As long as I'm alive and I'm blessed, bro, everything else is extra. Everything else is extra. So I feel good speaking from the heart. My heart feels good right now. You know, I'm confident. I'm confident in saying that I am doing things that is holding me back. And I'm also confident in saying that I'm not where I was yesterday. Emotionally, mentally, and physically. I'm not where I was last year. Thinking about where I've come and how far I've come, sleeping in my car, sleeping on people's couches, you know, getting told my music's not that good, getting told I'm gonna die lonely. Coming from all of that and being okay with myself, that where I wake up and I go to sleep saying, thank you, Jesus. I look at that mirror in my bathroom and I tell myself, I love myself. Nobody and nothing can ever break me down again to the point where I am not loving myself. If I lost everything today, I know exactly how to get it back. Out of my song Strength, my favorite line in that song that I wrote is, you can't break me down or destroy me. My black life matters. Because I matter to myself. And you should matter to yourself. I thank you guys for watching. Once again, my name is Elijah Fatal. I'm an independent music artist. I go by Fatal Book. I have a new single dropping on YouTube and SoundCloud on the 4th of April. That song, I'm not going to give no details around it right now. But I already shared one snippet on my Instagram. You guys go follow me at _the_book. Singles dropping the 4th of April. I'm doing a song every month. So you guys can follow my Spotify, my YouTube, and my Apple Music. Click the Koji link to find my social media and contact information. We got 6,000 streams on Spotify so far, so we're going crazy for the rest of the year, man. We're going crazy for the rest of the year. And yeah, that's all I have right now. Just be blessed. Just be blessed, man. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the Fatal family. Thank you guys for supporting the Fatal family. Merchandise is coming soon. You guys come see me at open mic if you live in Connecticut. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace.